Powered by SSVEC, the award-winning Cool FM Sports brings you to History in the Making. History today is ALA. This is the very first baseball game in the history of American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista. Jeff Davenport live along with John Berger behind the camera here on the third base line, just off the third base, I don't know, about 15, 20 yards behind third base, and hanging out with you here today for the ALA Guardians taking on Our Lady of Sorrows, the very first game ever in the history of ALA baseball. They're excited about what this season holds. They're not, they look at it as, well, this is all just still part of a school that is growing. This school, if you look around this campus, driving in here today, there were hundreds of cars coming in and out of school to pick up their kids at this ridiculously, crazily growing K through 12 facility here off of Buffalo Soldier Trail and Highway 92 in Sierra Vista. The building that is going up, there's, I don't know, 3 different buildings that are going up right now, or is that all part of one building? I'm not sure, but there are buildings everywhere, and it is absolutely spectacular. Not sure exactly what we're waiting for here to start this game. Excuse me. But the players are still warming up, and we'll see what happens as they get to the field. I'm going to come out here in front of the camera while we're waiting. May as well hang out with you here, Jeff Davenport live at American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista. We have, just take a look around, just scope the camera around and see all the building that's going on here at ALA. If you're not familiar with this area off of Buffalo Soldier Trail and Highway 92, boy, you're really missing out. I actually had to text Jeff Baker, the athletic director, earlier today and say, wait a second, is there a baseball field at ALA, or do you guys play somewhere else? And Jeff said, no, the field's just south of our main building, on the main drag in. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so right. This is crazy. So, I mean, taking a look at this field, it is ready to go. There is no scoreboard at this field yet. There is no public address system at this field yet. Again, it is all growing and all happening so fast here at ALA. It's been fascinating to watch this school become what it's become. We are so proud to help all and broadcast all of our high schools across Cochise County, and ALA is certainly no exception. So to be here today for their opening day broadcast, the opening day of their season here, the game that was supposed to start about 4 minutes ago. Again, I'm not sure exactly what we are waiting on. I don't see any officials. It could be the umpire crew. There's the umpire. Yeah, one of the umpires is here on site. But maybe he thought the game wasn't supposed to start till 4. I don't know. Either way, it was a 3:30 start time. I'm only here till 5:45, but John will take you all the way home no matter how long this game goes. But being here on this field, it is history in the making, and it wouldn't be history in the making without me being a part of it. And I'm so glad to be here representing ALA, wearing the lovely ALA shirt. That was gifted to me by some of the administrators here at American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista. They are the coolest folks, and we're so grateful for them allowing us to be a part of the fun that we get to do here. Looks like there's 2 umpires over there, so I'm seeing them getting out of their car as we just back out of the frame here, and the players getting warmed up. I wonder if this will be one of those situations where you end up, when you throw the first pitch of history, you do take that ball and you put it in a case and you keep it, just like a lot of players when they get their first touchdown or they get their first goal in hockey or first goal in soccer, you want to remember that moment. And this is one of those moments where they will take that ball and they should put it inside the bunker here at ALA and keep that as a piece of history, knowing that was the very first pitch thrown here by American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista. It's awesome to be here. We're so glad that you're joining us. Make sure you share this video around. Starting several minutes late as the umpiring crew is still making their way, getting their gear out of their vehicles in the parking lot. Maybe they had trouble getting in the parking lot because there were so many cars here. It was, and if you're not familiar with how to get in and out of here, that could also be an issue as well, because there are literally hundreds of cars that are picking up their kids on this. This is a school day here. I thought it was spring break, but apparently it is a school day, and it's not spring break for ALA. And it would not surprise me if the umpires did not have the instructions on how to get in here, did not know how to get in. A lot of times it ends up being kind of confusing. You end up in a circular loop around here. If you've come through here, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but there is an entrance into the parking lot itself that's past that main entrance that takes you into the loop to pick up the kids. But here come the umpires as they make their way onto the field. Oh, it's Robin. Robin's here. Good to see Robin. He'll be doing this today. Sir, we get to be a part of history today, man. Robin, good to see you.
Man.
Let's talk about this before you get going. This is a history-making day for American Leadership Academy. They're a first baseball game that they ever get to play here. That you do as well. Good to see you. I think we've met before.
Times,
absolutely. And so you'll be the home plate umpire today, Robin?
I am.
Well, I'll let you say the magic words of play ball and get this thing on.
But, we're going to go do our pregame and get this going. How's that sound?
That sounds great, my friend. We'll see you in a few. Good to see you. Robin and John going to be the umpires today. Great to see them, and exciting to have a quick chance to talk to them, to let them know about the history that is in the making. They're going to do their warm-ups, so warm-ups usually take about 5 minutes. I'm not sure if I can filibuster for another 5, or if we want to cut the feed and then come back. I guess we can text Dan and ask him, or just chill. That's the other thing too. As you see, this is a full broadcast here because of Dan the Man back in the studio, putting up the graphics for us to let you see all of our sports sponsors that make this coverage possible. We're grateful for each and every one of them as the two head coaches end up coming to meet at home plate for this inaugural game here at American Leadership Academy. John, get a close-up of that. That's history right there. We know the plans that ALA has for continued growth here. As John spun the camera around earlier, you can see the buildings that are going up like crazy out here. It is growing like a weed during springtime or during the monsoons. It is wild out here off of Buffalo Soldier Trail and Highway 92 to see the sports programs continuing to evolve. They literally have state champion volleyball already here at ALA and Sierra Vista. They have their football program. They have their basketball program. Yeah, state runner-up for basketball. So, I mean, this is they have high expectations for this team and for the future here at ALA. It definitely looks bright, and we will see how this inaugural team does this season. It'll be a heck of a lot of fun to see how it all comes together as Athletic Director Jeff Baker walking onto the field. I'm double checking my notes here to make sure I have the lineups good to go, ready to roll. It was very nice of Our Lady of Sorrows Academy out of Phoenix, Arizona, to give me their lineup as well. Still recovering from losing my voice late last week and going through a lot of events over the course of the weekend. Ended up going to Tucson and emceeing an all-day music festival at Kennedy Park, which is on I-19 and Ajo, so about a mile south and then west off of I-19, south of I-10, west off I-19 is Kennedy Park there. Had a great time. As thousands and thousands of people, I'd say my gosh, probably, I don't know, between 6,000 to 7,000 people came through the park over the course of the day. A free music festival that was going on, a heck of a lot of fun to MC that. And then using my voice at church yesterday morning, and of course on Friday night for trivia night. So a lot of different activities for me, and that ends up costing my voice. Usually my voice can hold out a lot, but I don't know what I came down with last week. I thought it was allergies, but possibly something a little bit more. And I apologize in advance for sounding like I'm a wrestler cutting a promo as I talk during today's game. But this is going to be a heck of a lot of fun. We are so thrilled to be a part of history today, as they're continuing to meet at home plate, probably to figure out some logistics to make sure everything is safe. There's actually, I'm looking at, John, go to second base. See that little flag out there? It's like they marked a little flag for like the gas department or something out there. What is that doing up out there? I don't think that's supposed to be there. You see that little flag? That's hilarious. Someone might need to take that down. I don't know. But either way, this structure and facility here at American Leadership Academy already running about 14 minutes late from first pitch. That was supposed to be at the bottom of the hour. And there is no lights here as well, so darkness could affect this game easily. Just like it did when John and I were, where were we, in Bisbee Benson, right? Were we covering that game, or what game were we covering? We were covering a game. Yeah, we've done them all, and there was, the lights ended up, there were no lights on the field, so the game was called due to darkness, just for player safety, which is certainly something that can and will happen.
Buena got super dark a couple times.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Even at Buena High School, there's no lights there for their baseball field. So, but the day is getting a little bit longer. Thank goodness that we in Arizona don't have to worry about daylight savings, all that nonsense. Springing forward, falling back, who cares? We don't do that in Arizona. That doesn't matter. I feel sorry for all the other states that do. But I'm glad that I didn't lose an hour of sleep last night. And the coaches will head back to their respective dugouts. So 2 umpires, 1 home plate and 1 in the field. That is a light crew for this very first game. As you see, American Leadership Academy taking the field for the very first time in their inaugural game here at ALA. I just realized that they did not give me, oh, they did. There it is. It's Angel on the mound for ALA. Their starting pitcher, their first starting pitcher ever, is number 1, Angel. So just moments away from the very first pitch. It's a day for history, a history-making day at ALA. And we will let you know exactly when first pitch comes. We'll ask you to kindly activate the live chat. Let everybody know that you are watching live here on Cool FM Live, the award-winning Cool FM Sports. Hanging out here at ALA today for the fun, the pageantry, the passion of America's national pastime. The batters are already getting ready from Our Lady of Sorrows out of Phoenix, Arizona. To be specific, they're based out of Baseline Road in Phoenix. It is Phoenix proper. The 85042 is Our Lady of Sorrows Academy, offering a classical liberal arts curriculum focused on forming the soul with an 8-to-1 student-teacher ratio. The academy emphasizes rigorous academics, including Latin, and according to Google, serves roughly 100 students, which seems like a very small student body size. It's a great breaking pitch there by Angel during his warm-ups. He's got 2 more, and then we are going to see number 14, Papandrea, coming to the plate. Torres is on deck, and the other Torres will be in the hole. As the throw down to second. Boy, that looked good. We'll see how these teams do. We are ready to play ball. We will ask you to activate the live chat. Let everybody know it is time for baseball here at ALA in Sierra Vista. 3:47 p.m. Arizona time. History being made. Use that hashtag in the comments section. Hashtag history. Angel will make the very first pitch in the history of American Leadership Academy, and it is a ball. But either way, the umpire points at that ball, says, you go get it, because that is going into the history books. The very first pitch. 1-0 count to Papandrea. As that goes inside, 2-0. This whole structure here is set up really nicely just to the south of the main building. 2-0 pitch by Angel. That's a swing and a miss. Good looking throw by the pitcher. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Popped up in the air. The shortstop going out just off the edge of his glove. Not sure if that would be counted as an error or a hit. Either way, the leadoff hitter is aboard for Our Lady of Sorrows Academy. This game powered by SSVEC and all of our fantastic sponsors that we'll talk about in between the innings, but you can see them all across the Chiron because of our fantastic friend Dan the Man, Doggo Lotto Dan, back in the studio bringing you this coverage here today. Torres at the plate with Papandrea on first for Our Lady of Sorrows, Angel on the mound for ALA. That pitch goes outside, 1-0. Again, American Leadership Academy has taken such huge steps forward here in the Sierra Vista area. It is easily the fastest growing school in all of Cochise County. And that's going to be a called strike at the knees by Robin. Throw back down to first base, not in time. Good eye by John, the other umpire in the field. Again, only 2 umpires for today's game. First pitch starting about 17 minutes later than it was supposed to. Not sure how the weather will affect that. Ground ball goes off the heel of the glove. No, he left it right there. The shortstop thought he had it in his glove. And so that will put 2 on with no outs here in the top of the first. That brings up number 5, Torres. After number 4, Torres stands on first base for Our Lady of Sorrows out of Phoenix. John Berger giving you a great view. Swing and a miss. Number 1, Henry, is in the on-deck circle for Our Lady of Sorrows. 65 degrees as the wind is blowing out toward, I don't know, left field, kind of across the field. Angel steps off the mound for a second. Runners go back. They're holding the runner on first. Runner on second has pretty much free rein. Shortstop is shading toward the base. Runner goes, heading to third. They throw down to third, is not there in time. But they pick up the ball and throw it all the way into center field. 1 run will score. The other runner will advance to third. It is 1-0, Our Lady of Sorrows. So no outs. Torres on third base. S. Torres on third base. F. Torres at the plate. for Our Lady of Sorrows. The clouds are blowing around above us. Got a little bit of sun right now. And I lost count of the pitch count, but there are no outs and a runner on third. 1-0 game. Top of the first. Try to keep an eye on Robin behind the plate as he usually gives the pitch count. You say 3 balls, 1 strike, or 3 balls, no strikes? Couldn't hear that. Either way, a 3-ball pitch for Torres at the plate. That is a swing and a miss and a strikeout. It was a full count, and that is the first strikeout in the history of ALA thrown by Angel here in the top of the first inning. That will bring up number 1, Henry, for Our Lady of Sorrows Academy. Again, it's already 1-0 here in the top of the first. There's a runner on third, but 1 down. Our Lady of Sorrows wearing their gray jerseys and bottoms with the kind of a dark blue, almost say a navy blue, with the numbers on the back. ALA wearing their red, white, and blue jerseys, white jerseys with the beautiful job there. And that is going to be foul ball down the left field line. So the left fielder will chase it down. It was ripped into left field. Boy, big swing by Henry. He is the cleanup hitter, so you know he's got the ability to send that thing a country mile. So glad you're joining us today for ALA. The inaugural baseball game for ALA Sierra Vista. Jeff Davenport, John Berger, Dan the Man back in the studio, giving you the graphics. Breaking pitch goes straight up in the air. The catcher could have a chance at it. Makes the catch. Great job. 2 down. So with 2 down, runner on third here in the top of the first. M. Papandrea. Looks like a lot of family members on this Our Lady of Sorrows team. There's 2 Torreses. There's 2 Papandreas. And this is M. Papandrea, number 11, coming to the plate with 2 down, runner on third. That's chopper down the third baseline foul as they let it go. I know, you should have brought your glove, John. What's going on? They'll send a ball shagger after that as we reset. 0-1 count to M. Papandrea. Wow, big swing at that high heat. That was nuts. You got to let that go. My goodness. No balls, 2 strikes. So we've seen the first strikeout in ALA Sierra Vista baseball history. The first strikeout, I should say. That ball is chipped into left field, dinked into left field, and that will score. A 2-out RBI single for Our Lady of Sorrows makes it 2-0. OLS over ALA here in the top of the first. Number 2, McCoffey to the plate. So a 2-out RBI single makes it 2-0 for Our Lady of Sorrows against ALA. Nice pickoff move. Good throw back by Angel over to first base. The breeze letting up just a little bit. Runner will go. Swing and a miss. The throw down to second is high. Runner slides in safe. So another runner in scoring position with 2 down for Our Lady of Sorrows here in the top of the first. Now the wind is picking up, blowing across the field. Angel steps off the mound. John says everything's looking good, sounding good. That was dinked over to first base, running over and making the tag out at first, or the put out at first base. And that will end the top of the first inning, but not before Our Lady of Sorrows end up putting 2 across, and we will see ALA come to the plate in the bottom of the first. But history being made today. We saw the very first strikeout in the history of ALA that Angel will have. He will be the forever first ever strikeout pitcher, opening day starting pitcher in the history of this program. And this broadcast today brought to you by, powered by SSVEC. Thank you so much to Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, powering our live stream youth sports coverage all season long. Thank you also to Vista Pros, covering tonight's broadcast, proud supporters of our local athletes and community we call home. Vista Pros, local, reliable, professional. Thank you to our good friends at Seniors Helping Seniors, where the caregivers are seniors themselves who show up ready to exceed expectations. Find them online at Southern Arizona, shs.com. You can also see their phone number in the post description. Thank you to Jeff Rose and his team out at Desert RV in Huachuca City, aiming to build a community that surpasses RVs by giving back through local youth sports sponsorships, veteran support, and community fundraising events. If you're in the market for a new RV, make sure you check them out online at desertrvcenter.com. Our good friends at Stan Greer Millworks, just a few miles south of us, where we are right now on Highway 92, have their doors and windows shop out there. Distinguished history spanning over 4 decades. They have an office in Tucson as well, but you can pass on the legacy with Stan Greer Millworks. Discover more at stangreermillworks.com. Thank you to the MORSE Automotive Group. Sierra Vista and Cochise County are backed by MORSE. John and I will be at the MORSE Honda dealership tomorrow morning for the Vehicle of the Week segment at the Honda store. Looking forward to that. It is 2-0. Our Lady of Sorrows, number 14. It is Papandrea, the leadoff hitter, who is on the mound for Our Lady of Sorrows. As we will see Corbin. Did I just feel raindrops? I think I just felt some rain.
Yeah, I've been getting it too. I've got them right up on top.
There is some rain falling right here, right now. That is crazy. How is the rain falling? Have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Isn't that a song that I hear every day on KKYZ 101.7 FM by CCR? I would sing it, but my voice can't handle it right now as the wind is blowing. Our Lady of Sorrows done with their warm-ups, and Corbin will be leading off. We will see who will be the very first batter in ALA history to register a base hit, an RBI, a run. All of the firsts are happening today as number 4, Corbin, comes to the plate for ALA. Here in the rain. Called ball, low and away, 1-0. No scoreboard here at American Leadership Academy yet. No public address system yet. I'm sure those things are in the works. That pitch goes low and inside, 2-0. So we're just past the top of the 4 o'clock hour here in Sierra Vista, Arizona, off of Highway 92 and Buffalo Soldier Trail. And boy, watches that one. That one looked like a strike from here, but Robin had a much better view than we do. And it is 3-0. Hitter's pitch for Corbin. He swings, and that one will go foul. Out of play. I would say bring it back, get a snack. We're used to that. I don't think there is a snack shack here. It's right when you walk in. Looks like they got some maybe hot dogs. I mean, I'm seeing mustard and mayonnaise. And that is ball 4 low. Corbin, the leadoff hitter, is the first base runner in the history of American Leadership Academy. That'll bring up Daniel, the catcher. So as Daniels at the plate, no outs, one on. And that goes in the dirt. Papandrea having a problem with control early in this game. I do not know if this is the first game of the season for Our Lady of Sorrows, but it is the first game in the history of ALA Sierra Vista. Runner goes. The first stolen base registered by Corbin in the history of American Leadership Academy. Not only is he the first base runner, but he gets the first stolen base. Congratulations, Corbin. He's in scoring position, his team down 2-0. That's a high fly ball going into left center field. Center fielder shading over, makes the catch. Corbin will stay at first base. Stay at second base, not advancing the runner to third. Aiden coming up to the plate next, the shortstop. I can hear the fans chanting, "Let's go, Aiden." Aiden watches that one go low. One out, runner on second. 1-0 count to Aiden. Papandrea on the mound for Our Lady of Sorrows. That goes in the dirt, 2-0. Again, if you've never seen what's going on here at American Leadership Academy, it is nothing short of remarkable how quickly this school has grown, and it continues to grow. That is a strike. And that will get past the third baseman, the very first run scored in the history of American Leadership Academy. Corbin gets 2 stolen bases and the first run ever registered in ALA Sierra Vista baseball history. It is 2-1. But the tying run still at the plate in the form of Aiden. 1 out, nobody on. Swing. And a miss. Boy, big swing by Aiden. Two balls, 2 strikes. And now runs the count full. And that goes in the dirt. Aiden will take a walk to first base. The tying run is aboard for ALA here in the bottom of the first. They are down 2-1 as Sebastian, the left fielder, will come to the plate. The cleanup hitter for his team is number 8. Hey, if you can do us a favor, share this video around. Make sure everybody sees history being made today on the award-winning Cool FM Sports. Jeff Davenport, John Berger, Dan the Man. Strike called to Sebastian. They're holding Aiden on first. He represents the tying run, and there is a liner down the first baseline foul. So a 2-strike count for Sebastian. As Papandrea pitching from the stretch. The pitch. That goes high. Aiden will advance to second base, possibly third. Wouldn't surprise me. That backstop is way back there. That is not a catcher-friendly backstop. You've got to go quite a ways to get back to the deepest part of where that ball is going to be located on any sort of wild pitch or pass ball. So the tying run is on second base here in the bottom of the first. Our Lady of Sorrows in the field, ALA at the bat in their very first baseball game in the history of American Leadership Academy, Sierra Vista. Clouds coming over the area once again and that is a strikeout. Sebastian goes down on strikes, and Angel will come to the plate. It will be starting pitcher versus starting pitcher. Tying run on second with 2 down. Go ahead run at the plate. As Aiden steals third base. Now that tying run just 90 feet away. So a wild pitch or a pass ball will automatically tie this game. But 2 down. They're not holding Aiden on. He's got a big lead at third. That pitch is high to Angel. From the stretch. Called strike on the inside part of the plate. Two balls, 1 strike. 2 down. Tying run on third here in the bottom of the first. They throw back over to third base. John, is it just me or does it look like a storm cell right over here?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And that's coming our way, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm glad I brought my umbrella. That's going to go high. 3 balls, 1 strike to number 1, Angel. The starting pitcher, the first ever starting pitcher, the first ever recorded strikeout by a starting pitcher in the history of ALA happened in the top of the first inning. And that is strike 2. So runs the count full. Does Papandrea, the payoff pitch coming with 2 down, runner on third. The pitch. And that is a called strike 3. So 1 comes across, but the tying run stays on third, and we head to the top of the second. The score will be Our Lady of Sorrows 2, American Leadership Academy 1. As that gnarly-looking storm cell starts heading our way, where is this rain? How is it raining? It's, yeah, well, you are. I've got an umbrella. Speak for yourself. You're going to get wet. Yeah, you do. You got a nice thing over your phone there. But we want to thank our sponsors who help make this coverage possible. First of all, thank you to SSVEC powering this live stream sports coverage, and thank you to American Southwest Credit Union. Hey, they're fired up to cheer on our hometown athletes. They believe youth sports builds character and the kind of community spirit that makes us all proud. At ASCU, your money stays local. Member NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender, American Southwest Credit Union in Sierra Vista, in Benson, in Douglas. Thank you to TWN Communications, delivering high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet and digital phone service with no data caps ever. Stay connected with the freedom and performance you deserve. Thank you to our good friends at Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, LLC. They are the Turf Box sponsor of the Doggo Lotto. We'll talk about that in just a second. Sierra Vista, or Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, has pioneered a visionary approach of customer-centric service. You can visit them at prestigesierravista.com. As I mentioned, the Doggo Lotto, the hottest shelter dog game show in the world. I say the #1 shelter dog game show in the world is right here on Cool FM Live. It'll be going live at 6 p.m. tonight, a little under 2 hours from right now. You can fetch your lucky numbers at coolfmonline.com/Doggo Lotto. Watch tonight's show to see if there is a jackpot winner over $450 possibly going to a winner coming up at 6 o'clock tonight on Cool FM Live. So far, over $2,000 in cash and prizes have been given away thus far. Thank you to Duran Plumbing, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County for residential and commercial plumbing projects for over 10 years with a lifetime of experience in the industry. Proud supporter of our local sports programs and our athletes. We head to the top of the second, as again, we are probably just moments away from what looks like a storm cell rain coming our way. As number 7, Will Young, steps to the plate for Our Lady of Sorrows out of Phoenix. I'm going to preemptively grab my umbrella. That is a slow roller to short, goes underneath the glove of the shortstop into left field. So, leadoff hitter is aboard here in the top of the second for Our Lady of Sorrows here on a history-making day at ALA. And the way this wind is blowing, this umbrella is going to be very difficult to hang on to. Gruber coming up for Our Lady of Sorrows. That's Mario Gruber. That's a called strike. They throw back down to first base. Great throw by the catcher. Down to first, I'm feeling more sprinkles coming at me. Luckily, there is no lightning. I've not seen any bolts of lightning. No thunderbolts of lightning. Very, very frightening ding. But I'm starting to feel that rain coming in. Boy, putting a bunt out, and they throw down to second base, so it is a stolen base. No outs. Runner on second after the stolen base. But a strike called on the bunt by Mario Gruber. A bunt attempt by Mario Gruber as the ball went past him. Swing and a miss in the dirt. And that is one down. Boy, the way he swung, I thought that was maybe the second strike, but I thought, wait, I thought that was the third. And now he is heading to the dugout. And up now is number 10, Johnston, for Our Lady of Sorrows. The pitch by Angel. That is dinked straight up in the air. The catcher diving, no, just off his glove. Not able to make the play, but it was a foul ball, so Will Young will have to go back to second base. One down, one on. Here in the top of the second, a 2-1 lead for Our Lady of Sorrows out of Phoenix. Got some what? Oh, really? Oh, there's the thunder. Well, I'm inside a Faraday cage here. Swing and a miss. So in your estimation, John, how long did that lightning take before we heard the thunder?
Probably 7 seconds.
7 seconds. And what's the rule? Is it, what, a half mile for every second or something like that?
4 or 5 miles.
And that is a called strike 3. Second strikeout for Angel. Makes it 2 outs with 1 on. So leadoff hitter, Tony Papandrea, the starting pitcher for OLS at the plate. Oh, beautiful breaking pitch by Angel. Locks up Tony. That ball in the dirt, evens the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Boy, these are big drops that are falling right now. And the wind is blowing from the, I'd say, the southeast, heading to the northwest, blowing across this field. There's even a rainbow forming out across the Mule Mountains.
Yeah, wind is coming directly at the camera.
That goes in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner on second, 2 down here in the top of the second. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. You can see them in the post description. History Making Day here at ALA. They are excited, and we're excited to be a part of this history making broadcast, the very first ever baseball game in the history of American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista. It will be a 2-strike count for Angel on the mound for ALA, trying to pitch his way out of a little bit of a jam with a runner on second. And that goes high for ball 4. So now 2 on with a 2-out walk. That will bring up S. Torres.
Rainbows on camera.
Oh, you can see him? Okay, cool. So there's those rainbows I was talking about in front of the Mule Mountains out to the east. 1 out. I thought there was 2 outs. I could be wrong. Maybe there's only 1 out. There is no scoreboard here. I'm doing my best to keep track of everything. They throw back down to first base, safe. As the third base coach yakking at his players. Yeah, you got to give him a hard time. S. Torres at the plate for Our Lady of Sorrows. That pitch goes wild. Both runners will advance. So they are on second and third. As the wind really starts to pick up. This is what it's like in Sierra Vista in March. And that is foul tipped to the backstop by S. Torres at the plate. There's a swing, but it's a foul. Foul tipped. So runners will stay put at second and third. The rain picking up. You can hear it off my umbrella. As I'm inside the batting cages here, or the bullpen area. That's a swing and a miss. Oh, that's only 2 outs. They thought it was, see, I thought it was 3-2. That was the third out. Yeah, that was the third out. So someone yelled 1 out, and they were incorrect. I did have it right. That was the third out. Swing and a miss via strikeout. 2 remain aboard for Our Lady of Sorrows. And it stays 2-1 OLS as we head to the bottom of the second. I'm going to do my best to try to switch my phone up to my notes app and go through some of our sports sponsors that are making this coverage possible here today. Thank you so much to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Proud to support our local youth sports coverage. If you're in the market to buy or sell your home or land, make your first call to your real estate experts, the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Thank you to Bobby Balsinger and the Balsinger family at Eagle Plumbing, providing expert service in Cochise County for over 50 years. Family owned and trusted for everything from leaks to major repairs. They're just one call away. Eagle Plumbing, proud supporter of local sports. Thank you to Vinny's Pizza of Sierra Vista for over 4.5 decades, serving up the best pizza, wings, and sandwiches. I'm proud to support our live stream sports coverage here on Cool FM Live. They hope to see you on Frontage Road off Highway 92 in Sierra Vista. And thank you to Sonic Sierra Vista. Hey, don't forget, this Wednesday is Wacky Pack Wednesday. Kids' meals are just $2.49. And Thursdays is 99-cent corn dogs at Sonic on East Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. Our live stream sports coverage powered by SSVEC. So last up for ALA, I believe, was Angel, which should bring up Santiago. So Papandreou still on the mound for Our Lady of Sorrows. They lead 2-1 here in the second inning. Boy, this wind ripping through here. The rain letting up just a little bit. It's called strike. No balls, 2 strikes. That goes high. Brings the count to 1-2. Thank you so much to all of our sports sponsors. You can see them all in the post description, or Dan the Man is rotating them through here on this Game of the Week coverage. History making day for ALA. That evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. So there was lightning. We've only seen 1 strike, only heard thunder 1 time. But I'm making sure not to lean up against this chain link fence. It's easy to lean up against it. And that will run the count full. So after being ahead in the count, 0-2, the count's full to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the second. And that will be a walk. 2 strikes followed by 4 balls equals 1 walk. And Santiago is aboard. Owen will come to the plate next for ALA. Nobody out, runner on first. What a weird spring day in Sierra Vista, spring afternoon here. I didn't look at the weather to see if there would be rain today. That's going to be a called strike. It's Jeff Davenport on the call, John Berger behind the camera, Dan the Man back in the studio bringing you the graphics. That ends up getting fisted into right field. A base hit, and that will bring the runner from first all the way to third. Runners on the corners. The tying run at third. No outs here in the bottom of the second. It's great to see so many familiar faces here waving at us, saying, "Go Jeff, great call. Love seeing the broadcast." Well, it's all because of Todd Ryan starting this ridiculously popular page all those years ago. What was meant as a way to gain attention for his online radio station became a media sensation. Raindrops continuing to fall here at ALA. Wind continuing to blow as it shifts around. They try to throw down to, no, they fake the throw down to second. Oh, and that will get the runner in third in a pickle. And he tries to get home, and he is tagged out at home. But in the midst of that, the tying run now sits, or stands, I should say, at second base. So a great job by the defense to have that fake throw down to second base. Catching him in a pickle. I believe this is Corey at the bat. He will step out, so home plate umpire Robin Murray can wipe off the dish. Now the sun back out, but I don't know. It still seems like there might be a little more rain ahead of us. Unless it just shifts around us. I guess that is a possibility, and we're just getting a little bit light touch of it. A chopper goes down to first. The force out at first base. Runner advances to third, so 2 down, tying run at third. On the fielder's choice, Holden coming to the plate. For ALA, the bottom of the order could get that tying run across for American Leadership Academy to tie this game at 2 here in the bottom of the second. Holden steps into the batter's box. Papandrea on the mound for Our Lady of Sorrows. That pitch, strike. Right down the heart of the plate. 0-1. That's going to be a called strike, too. A little bit outside. Holden hanging in there. No balls, 2 strikes. I keep finding myself leaning up against this fence in the middle of a possible thunderstorm. That's not a good idea. Swing and a miss out front, and they will throw down to first to get the force out. And that is the third out of the inning. So ALA will leave one stranded. We'll head to the top of the third. They're still down 2-1. Powered by SSVEC, it is a history-making day at ALA, the very first ever baseball game for the ALA Sierra Vista School here off of Highway 92 and Buffalo Soldier Trail. Thank you again to Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative for powering our live stream youth sports coverage all season long. Thank you to Vista Pros, proud supporters of local athletes and the community we call home. Vista Pros Heating and Cooling, local, reliable, professional. Thank you to Seniors Helping Seniors. We're the caregivers, our seniors themselves who show up ready to exceed expectations. Their phone number's in the post description, or you can find them online at southernarizonaSHS.com. Thank you to our good friends at Desert RV in Huachuca City, aiming to build a community that surpasses RVs by giving back through local youth sports sponsorships, veteran support, and community fundraising events. Visit them online at desertrvcenter.com. Just right down the road from us, not more than a couple of miles, is a place called Stan Greer Millworks, just to the south of us for over 40 years. They have a distinguished history as Arizona's premier supplier of custom doors and windows. They have an office in Tucson as well, but the one we're talking about is right in Hereford, just a couple miles south of us on Highway 92. Pass on a legacy with Stan Greer Millworks and learn more at stangreermillworks.com. Oh, John's already really happy with how good Dan is making this look. Angel still stays on the mound for ALA. His team only down 2-1. We head to the top of the third as they throw down to second. Thank you for joining us today. I don't know where this game finds you. Let us know in the chat, in the comments section, where you're watching us from. Maybe you're watching us from another American Leadership Academy, just seeing the history and legacy of ALA continue to grow across Arizona, and especially here in Sierra Vista. F. Torres, number 5, at the plate, the leadoff hitter. That ball popped up on the first base side, caught by the first baseman. One pitch, one out. Again, this game started about 17 minutes late because of the umpire crew probably having a hard time getting in here with the hundreds of cars that were picking up their kids. I thought this was spring break. I thought we'd be coming into this place and it'd be a ghost town. No, that is not the case. That's a foul tip as somebody's car honked right during the windup. That was rather inopportune timing. But Angel stayed focused. I mean, with the wind and the rain, a car honking is almost nothing out here today, as far as distractions might go. That's going to be called high, evens count, ball, one strike. One out, nobody on in the top of the third. No scoreboard here at ALA yet. No public address system here at ALA yet. Boy, ripped into left field. That is a hot shot that gets past the left fielder. That's going to be an extra base hit plus more. We could be seeing an inside the park home run. They might wave him all the way around, and they are. They wave him around all the way to home. It is an inside the park home run and makes it 3-1. Our Lady of Sorrows. Henry ripped that into left field, got past the left fielder all the way to the wall. And the speedster Henry makes ALA pay. Inside the park home run, 3-1. Our Lady of Sorrows. M. Papandrea at the plate, not the starting pitcher. But his relative, not sure if it's brother or cousin, swinging at the high fastball. Left fielder comes in and makes the catch. There we go. Boy, with the wind swirling, that was not an easy play. So great job, 1 down. I'm sorry, 2 down here in the top of the third. Swing and a miss by McCoffey. The rain picking up just a little bit more as the wind continues to blow. I love that smell of rain, though. It smells great. It feels good on my throat, which is still sore from all the illness and sickness. Boy, these raindrops are getting big. I'm going to get the umbrella back out. My umbrella comes back out. As I'm trying to guard myself, I can't do it because the wind is blowing so hard. My stupid umbrella is blocking my view of the players. That should be a called strike, and it is. So 2 down. Nobody on. That's going to go low and away. Yeah, the rain is coming in hard now. It is coming in hard. And that is strike 3. That retires the side, but not before. One more comes in for Our Lady of Sorrows on an inside the park home run by Henry. It is 3-1. Our Lady of Sorrows as we head to the bottom of the third. And this rain is ripping through. Coming down quite a bit. My pants are already starting to get wet. This is not a good sign, John. Yeah, exactly. You see where John's been standing here. Thank you so much to our sponsors. The MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista, and Cochise County are backed by Morse. John and I will be at the Morse dealership, the Honda Morse dealership on Fry Boulevard tomorrow for our Vehicle of the Week segment. Thank you to American Southwest Credit Union, ASCU, member NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender. Thank you to TWN Communications with their high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet and digital phone service. Thank you to Prestige Remodeling and Restoration at PrestigeSierraVista.com. Thank you to Doggo Lotto. A new episode of Doggo Lotto happening at 6 p.m. tonight on Cool FM Live. $2,000 in cash and prizes has been given away so far on Doggo Lotto. This is the time where you really wish they had a broadcast booth. My goodness, yeah. Can we request that? Hey, Faith Deaver, if you're watching this, can you put up a broadcast booth for us, please? Thank you, Faith.
It'll be over in just a second.
You think so?
Yeah. All this is going.
Okay. Well, John is a meteorologist, a wannabe part-time meteorologist.
Spent a lot of time outdoors. That's all. The water, the rain.
He's from the Northwest. He knows rain patterns.
I've been rained on.
He's been rained on once or twice. So number 4 up to the bat. Is that the leadoff hitter? Is that Corbin? I believe that is Corbin at the plate. You can hear the rain coming down on the top of the umbrella over me, which is doing a good job of keeping my head dry, but not the rest of me, as the wind is just swirling here. Now the rainbow has moved to the north of us, out over left field. Hey, nothing's going to stop this game from happening today. History for ALA. And we wouldn't miss it for the world here on the award-winning Cool FM Sports. Swing and a miss by Corbin, foul tipped. 2 balls, 1 strike. I think that's what home plate umpire Robin Murray said. Tough to hear from our vantage point. That's pop fly up in the air to right field. Right fielder going over. No, not able to get there in time. I think he lost it in the sun. And Corbin will go for 2 and make it standing up. A leadoff double for Corbin. The first double in the history of ALA. Robin brushes off the dish. No outs, runner on second here in the bottom of the 3rd. I think I might be able to put my umbrella down now. And that is a big pop fly to left field. They're going to send Corbin back to second base, and they double him up. A pop-out throw-out ends up making 2 down and clearing the bases. Just when the tying run was at the plate. Now the bases are empty for ALA. That brings up Aiden, the shortstop for ALA. That ball goes past the catcher all the way to the backstop. So we're almost 1 hour into this game. And it appears the rain has passed. Now it's just windy and cold because we're wet. 2 balls, 1 strike to Aiden. Ooh, that goes inside. It gets out of the way just in time. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitter's pitch. Coming to the shortstop, number 5, Aiden. Infield kind of playing in right now. And that will be ball 4. Aiden takes the base with 2 down, a 2-out walk. Puts Aiden aboard. As Sebastian steps into the batter's box. Sebastian at the plate. Aiden taking a really good lead. Called strike. So 0-1 count with 2 down, 1 on. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. ALA down 3-1. They throw back over to first base, and boy, that lead was just way too big. I said it was a big lead over at first base. And that pickoff move will take Aiden out. Sebastian will be at the plate when we get to the bottom of the 4th. But in the meantime, we're heading to the top of the 4th here at ALA. It is still 3-1, Our Lady of Sorrows. Thank you so much to Duran Plumbing, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County for residential and commercial plumbing projects for over 10 years with a lifetime of experience in the industry. Proud supporters of our sports programs right here on Cool FM Live. Thank you to the Sherry Ethel team. If you're looking to buy or sell your home or land, make your first call to the number in the post description. That's Sherry Ethel's number. You can give her a call, and she will get your property sold, your house sold, or a new house bought for you quicker than a hiccup. The Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty. Thank you to Eagle Plumbing. The Bausinger family can help you flush like an eagle. Trusted for everything from leaks to major repairs, they are one call away. Eagle Plumbing in Cochise County. Thank you to Vinny's Pizza on Frontage Road in Sierra Vista off of Highway 92 for 45 years, serving up the best pizza, wings, and sandwiches. Don't sleep on that meatball sub. That is my favorite sandwich over at Vinny's Pizza. Of course, they're known for their pizza, but that meatball sub is glorious, and you can have it in your belly tonight for dinner off of Frontage Road in Sierra Vista. And speaking of dinner time, if you're driving down Fry Boulevard on East Fry Boulevard, you'll find Sonic of Sierra Vista. Wacky Pack Wednesday coming up, where kids' meals are $2.49, and Thursday corn dogs are just 99 cents at Sonic on East Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. In a game powered by SSVEC. It is the award-winning Cool FM Sports bringing you this live coverage, a history-making day for ALA, American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista, their very first ever baseball game broadcast, their very first ever baseball game in the history of this ever-growing school. Angel stays on the mound. His team down 3-1 as we get ready for the top of the fourth. We made it through the weather as far as the rain goes, but the wind could still be causing some issues here as the wind is blowing to the northwest across the field. Will comes up to the plate for Our Lady of Sorrows out of Phoenix, Arizona, Will Young. In the 7 slot is number 7. Robin Murray, the home plate umpire, says play. That's going to be a called strike. Beautiful pitch by Angel. You know, through 3 innings, has only given up 3 runs. I think only one of them was an earned run. The other 2 came in on errors. So he's really pitched well today as the first ever starter for ALA Sierra Vista Baseball. Wherever you're watching us from, thank you so much for tuning in today. And if you're watching this after the fact, be sure to like the video, share it. That's a chopper that's going over to third base, scooped up by third, thrown over to first. Beautiful throw and the put out at first base. 1 down. When the infield defense was a little shaky to start this game, it's solidified a little bit as the game has gone along here in the top of the 4th. That will bring up the 8 slot hitter, Gruber, Mario, number 20 in the 8 slot. That pitch high, ball 1. Swing and a miss on the low breaking pitch will even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. One down here in the top of the 4th. 3-1 game. As you can see on the screen, thanks to Doggo Lotto Dan the man back in the studio, bringing us the graphics here. Thank you to all of our sports sponsors as he's bringing them up on the screen. John Berger behind the camera, giving you the best possible view, but Dan making it look great as well. It's a tag team effort. All I'm doing is talking. I'm doing absolutely nothing. They're doing all the hard work. That goes inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. This is what we love to do at Cool FM Sports. We love at Cool FM Live, period. We love bringing you these high schools all across Cochise County. Called strike. Runs the count full. Payoff pitch coming with 1 down. Angel gets set on the mound. Full windup. as nobody's on. Pitch. That goes inside, low and inside will equal ball 4. So 1 out, 1 on. As the bottom of the order, Johnston comes to the plate. And they will call time to have a chat with Angel. The infield comes in around the pitcher's mound. You know, why don't you take a second to pan around. Look at what's going on here at ALA. This is absolutely incredible. Like I said, I'm in the Faraday cage here, hanging out. Hey, everybody, on the other side of the fence here. But they're putting up more and more buildings here around this campus. And I don't know if that's going to be the new high school or the new gym or whatever's is the new gym that's being built right there. And that's what's hopefully going to take them to the 2A level. That's what they're looking at going for. Right now they're in the Canyon Athletic Association, looking to get into the 2A. Excuse me. But absolutely incredible, the growth of this school here in Sierra Vista. American Leadership Academy must be very, very proud of all the hard work and all their faculty members and administrators here. So 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the order at the plate. Our Lady of Sorrows with a 3-1 lead. Oh, my goodness. You could see that beautiful breaking pitch from here. Whatever it was they talked about with Angel on the mound, he made it happen with that very pitch. Checks the runner over at first. That's going to be low. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 down. Top of the 4th. I'm sure it won't be long before we do have a press box for the baseball field. That's a called strike. They throw down a first, not in time. Boy, very close, as that slide came up a little bit short by the Our Lady of Sorrows base runner on first. So a 2-strike count to Johnston, the bottom of the order for OLS. And that's a called strike 3. They throw down to second base, and the runner is there safe. But 2 outs, a runner in scoring position for OLS. As the top of the order comes to the plate, Papandrea with his 3rd at-bat here in the top of the 4th. He is the starting pitcher, doing very well for his team thus far in this game. See if he can help his own cause. A base hit will score a run. But they currently sit at 3-1. Nobody holding on the base runner. Angel steps off, not sure if he didn't like the pitch call by the catcher or if he just decided needed to regroup. He decided the wind was too calm. I'm not used to this. I need it to be windier. That goes high, 1-0. To the leadoff hitter, Papandrea. Runner on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss. Great pitch by Angel. One ball, 1 strike, 2 down, runner on second. And that is a shot to short, scooped up. The throw over to first base is going to be high, way over. Runner from second will round and get all the way home. The runner will head to second base and slides in safe. I am not sure how that happened. Boy, it really looked like that ball was thrown there in time to get him, but it is 4-1 OLS. On the throwing error by the shortstop. So still 2 down. As number 4, S. Torres comes to the plate for OLS. That pitch goes high. Oh my goodness, they almost get the base runner at second. As feeling a few more raindrops coming down from the sky. Our meteorologist, John Berger, thought the rain was over. Boy, this wind is just brutal. Runner on second, 2 outs. Runner goes to third, and they throw down. Not in time, and the ball came out of the glove of the third baseman at ALA. So it's 4-1. That 5th run standing 90 feet away. As I go to grab my umbrella again as the rain begins to pelt. Looks like they're trying to hold the runner on third. The pitch, that goes foul. Oh, wind really ripping. That goes up in the air. Third baseman makes the call, makes the catch, and that retires the side, but not before another run ends up coming across. They thought it was 2 down. Good job by Angel to cover third base just in case, but that was the 3rd out on the pop fly. So it is 4-1, Our Lady of Sorrows, as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Here, just before the top of the 5 o'clock hour. Glad you're joining us today here on Cool FM, the award-winning Cool FM Sports. Thank you to SSVEC, sponsoring all of our live stream sports coverage all year long. And thank you to Vista Pros, proud supporters of what we do here at Cool FM Live. Vista Pros, local, reliable, professional. Seniors helping seniors at Southern Arizona, SHS.com. Desert RV in Huachuca City at desertrvcenter.com. Stan Greer Millworks at stangreermillworks.com. Those websites are right there in the post description. So if you need those services for any reason, make sure that you just go to the post description, tap that link, and that will take you directly to their websites. Thank you to our good friends at the MORSE Automotive Group. Again, John and I will be at the MORSE Honda dealership tomorrow for the Vehicle of the Week segment. Excited to see what vehicle the Honda store will unveil for us. American Southwest Credit Union, ASCU, with locations in Sierra Vista, Benson, Douglas, Sahuarita. You can find them at ascu.org. Thank you to TWN Communications, Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC at prestigesierravista.com. Of course, the Doggo Lotto at coolfmonline.com/Doggo Lotto. We're 1 hour and 5 minutes away from the 45th episode of Doggo Lotto coming at you just over an hour from right now on Cool FM Live. You can see all of our sports sponsors in the post description. It is 4-1, ALA down. And when Aiden got caught in the pickoff move in the bottom of the 3rd to end that inning, Sebastian was at the plate. So he comes to the plate now as the rain continues to fall. Watches that ball go high, 1-0. Normally I bring an umbrella because I'm an old white lady and I have sensitive skin. I've been getting a lot of laser treatments lately on my skin as preventative and maintenance, and And so I carry an umbrella with me if it's going to be sunny outside. So Sebastian digging into the plate. Papandrea with the pitch. And he gets hit, drilled right in the back between the shoulder blades. And he gets to first base the hard way. And now the head coach of Our Lady of Sorrows, very nice guy, had a nice quick interaction with him as he actually gave me a copy of their lineup. He actually had it and gave me a copy of it, which was very kind. He'll come out and have a chat with Papandrea to make sure he's okay. Thank you to Dan the Man back in the studio, bringing you the graphics and the cool look of stuff. And well, John, don't let him take all the credit. I think you're doing well too. You know, that's okay. It's a team effort here. No, it's a great effort here at Cool FM Live. Now the wind picking up again. The rain seems to have subsided for the moment, as it's been raining off and on here at American Leadership Academy. The wind's still blowing to the north. Angel at the plate watches a called strike go across the plate. That goes low and inside, evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on. No outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Very first ever baseball game for American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista. Runner goes, swing and a miss. They throw down to second base, and it is not in time. And the runner did not get up in time. So a stolen base. Puts a run in scoring position for ALA as they're down 4-1. Angel, the pitcher, at the plate, looking to help his own cause. Oh, you see he swung and missed. Now they'll toss it down to first base. Oh, I don't know if they made it in time. They didn't. He ran it out on a strikeout. A strikeout that went in the ground. There are 2 on and nobody out. The tying run comes to the plate in the form of Santiago, the center fielder. As he watches that first pitch go by as a ball. So 1-0 count to Santi. That's 2-0. So Sebastian made it to base, made it on first base the hard way by getting hit by a pitch. A strikeout and a passed ball put Angel on first base, advanced Sebastian to second. Santi with a 2-0 count. And now 3-0. Hitter's pitch coming for Santiago. Not sure if he'll have the green light to swing away, but he represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 4th. They throw back to second. It is the top of the 5 o'clock hour wherever you are watching us from. It's a history-making day for ALA in Sierra Vista. Jeff Davenport here for Cool FM Live with John Berger behind the camera. Dan the Man doing the graphics back in the studio. It's 4-1, but that is ball 4, and that will load up the bases. So the tying run is at first. The go-ahead run is coming to the plate in the form of right fielder Owen. And it looks like Papandrea's day might be done. He hands the ball off, and so with no outs and the bases loaded, I think he's going out to center. believe Henry will come to the mound. B. Henry, his first initial is B. Henry is his last name. So Henry's going to come and throw a couple. As the bases are loaded, no outs. Now Henry runs back into the dugout. He had an inside the park home run earlier in this game. Got past the ALA left fielder. And Owen will get to face a brand new pitcher here, as he represents the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the fourth. St. Patrick's Day is right around the corner, and this Wednesday at Native Game Night at 6:30 p.m. will be our St. Patrick's Day edition. Make sure you wear green out to Native Game Night this Wednesday night, every second and fourth Wednesday. After over 10 years strong, over 520 episodes long, Native Game Night here in its 11th year, going the second and fourth Wednesdays. Well, he is definitely a baller. I mean, you could see him just the way he stood at the plate and the way he ropes that ball into left field as he continues to warm up. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit of pop on that catcher's mitt. Wow, that was a fastball right there, right down the pike. Like a machine, almost like a pitching machine. So thankfully, looks like the rain is beyond us yet again. And of course, right as I say that, it'll start sprinkling again. Or unless John is just spitting on me, I don't know. That could be happening too. So let's regroup here. Bases are loaded. There are no outs. The tying run for ALA stands on first base. The go-ahead run is at home plate in the form of Owen. The home plate umpire now having a chat with the head coach of the Our Lady of Sorrows baseball team. Not sure what Robin Murray is chatting about with the OLS head coach. But Robin jogs back behind home plate. Only two umpires here. Again, this game started 17 minutes late, as it was the end of the school day here at ALA. There were hundreds of cars coming in to pick up the kids after school. That's in the dirt, gets past the catcher. And was that was not ball, that was ball one to Owen. I'm not sure why he took off to first base. But the run will score. That cuts the lead in half. It is 4-2. I was confused there for a second, going, wait a second. I think Owen was confused more than anybody, but that's all right, big man. You step back in that batter's box. So the first pitch gets past the catcher. That's going to be a called strike. The heater right at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners on second and third. 4-2. And a called strike 2, so a 2-strike count. After that first wild pitch, ends up scoring 1. Called strike 3. Boy, that first pitch went crazy in the dirt. And the runner from third ended up scoring on that. But then 3 straight strikes, 3 straight fastballs, 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Tying run still on second. Go-ahead run at the plate now. In the form of Corey. And Corey watches strike 1 at the knees. Boy, Henry on the mound for OLS. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, it's the right call to bring Henry in if he's going to lock him down like this. That goes away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Getting some good love from Bobby Richardson. Sending a text message to me saying how good it looks, how good the broadcast sounds, and that is strike 3, swinging, strikeout. Just like that, there's 2 down. So the bottom of the order comes into the batter's box. Holden at the plate. And Bobby also says, Jeff, let John know he's doing great behind the camera too.
Oh, thank you. You're doing a great job.
Strike 1 to Holden. That one goes outside. Racing home. It's a 1-run game. And the tying run stands at third base with 2 down. Wild pitches by the man throwing heat. Wait, did somebody call time? Did nobody call time? He was caught off guard and now is caught in a pickle. Boy, this could take a while. Let's see, can it? Yes, he's still in it. Goes all the way home, slides in. He is safe, it's a tie game. What just happened? Normally, that would be a very heads-up play. But instead, it ends up being a tie game. And a player is injured right now. Looks like the injury to, is that number 5? It is, it's Torres. But it is a tie game, 4-all. A pickle ends up getting the 4th run in. A 3-run inning here in the bottom of the 4th. My goodness. I'm about half an hour away from having to scoot out of here as I've got a prior commitment at 6 p.m. this evening. But good applause from the crowd and the players for Torres. We're at 1 ball, 1 strike to Holden. But the bases are empty. It is a tie game. What a crazy, historic first game for ALA. Holden gets a piece of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 2 down. 2 runs coming in on pass balls. And the 3rd run coming in on a pickle. Great hustle by ALA. That goes high and away, and that is strike 3. So the side is finally retired, but not before ALA puts 3 across the plate and ties this game. I can't even talk anymore. This is absolutely insane watching this game today. Thank you so much to all of our sports sponsors that make this coverage possible. Of course, all of you watching and sharing this game. Yeah, I'd say that looks, oh my gosh. Oh, there's the pickle. They're showing that again. Watch the replay as that 4th run comes in. He slides in safe. Wow, that was crazy. Great job on the replay there, Dan. Thank you so much for showing that. That was the tying run coming into home on a pickle. That lasted, 5 throws? It was 5 throws back and forth between home plate and third base. They did everything they needed to do, the defense did, in order to get that out, except get it out at home plate. But thank you to Duran Plumbing in Cochise County. Thank you to the Sherry Ethel team at Long Realty, Eagle Plumbing, Vinny's Pizza on Frontage Road in Sierra Vista. Sonic on East Fry Boulevard in Sierra Vista. SSVEC. Vista Pros, local, reliable, professional. Southern Arizona Seniors Helping Seniors at southernarizonaSHS.com. Desert RV at desertrvcenter.com. Angel still on the mound for ALA. Stan Greer Millworks.com. All of our sports sponsors in the post description. You can see them all there. We are heading to the top of the fifth. And it is 4-all here at ALA. History Making Day. Their very first baseball game in the history of ALA Sierra Vista. You know, putting this team together, it's got to be a challenge, almost like an expansion team when you start from scratch. That is number 5, Torres, at the plate for Our Lady of Sorrows. Angel with the windup and the pitch. That is pinged up in the air and will drop just outside of the ALA dugout. No balls, 1 strike on the foul tip. Thanks so much for tuning in today. We appreciate you watching the live stream sports coverage, as we love being a part of all of our countywide schools. You know, you've seen them all over the course of this season. We've even seen COCHISE College basketball. Looking forward to hopefully doing some COCHISE College baseball games as their season is underway. But we'll have the men's COCHISE College basketball team that won their game this past Saturday. They're going to be playing again this coming Saturday at home in Douglas. So it should be a lot of fun covering that game several days from now. Hopefully my voice will be much stronger. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the leadoff hitter here in the top of the fifth, excuse me. Goes inside. 3-1. Wind continues to blow. Temperature continues to drop, 63 degrees. I think it's a little bit cooler with the wind chill. Three-one pitch, strike, full count. Deep breath, the pitch. That goes outside. The catcher will chase it down as the base runner just trots over to first. And now the relief pitcher and the guy who hit the inside the park home run earlier in this game, Henry, comes to the plate. Good communication by the shortstop. Again, the shortstop is usually the shortstop and the catcher are the captains of the field. They're kind of the managers of the field. 1 on, no outs. Angel steps off the plate as the sun hides behind a big, thick cloud. 1/4 past the hour of 5 o'clock here in Sierra Vista. We are at the American Leadership Academy of Sierra Vista. Called strike on the outside part of the plate on that breaking pitch by Angel. Angel steps off the mound again, really keeping an eye on the base runner, trying to keep him honest. They're holding him on first. They weren't holding the base runners on when they were on second and third over the course of this game. That ball fouled. And that will trickle all the way down the third baseline. Third baseman will not go get it. They'll send someone from the Our Lady of Sorrows dugout to go chase that one down. Two-strike count to Henry at the plate. Angel on the mound for ALA. Wind up the pitch. Goes low in the dirt, breaking pitch low. Two-strike pitch coming from Angel. As he steps off the mound, fakes a throw over to first. Now the sun peeking back out. That'll warm John up for another minute or so before the clouds. Oh, I looked right at the sun. That was stupid. I just took a look over to my right, and now all I got on my retina is that big old ball right there as I blink. But you can hear the dugout for OLS cheering on Henry. This payoff pitch. And that is low and away. Oh, no, I thought it was 3-2. Now it's 3-2. A tie game here in the top of the fifth. And that will go high for ball four. 2 on, no outs. The 5-slot hitter, M. Papandrea, Mario, at the plate. Or is it Mario Gruber? Now I can't remember. They only have the first initials with the last names here on their batting order. I'll just say M. Papandrea. As Angel trying to communicate with his first baseman. So the other Papandrea at the plate, swing and a miss. Great pitch by Angel. Again, no scoreboard here at American Leadership Academy's baseball field yet. Just doing the best I can by memory. Oh, and 1 count, 2 on. No outs, right? There's no outs. Or was there 1 out? I think there's no outs. Maybe there's 1 out. That goes foul. So 2-strike count for Angel. Had the 2-strike count to Henry. Ended up going full and walking him. So no outs, 2 on in a tie game. What's that? Oh, I'm good. Thank you so much. I got my little water right here. Runners go. And they got him at third. A fantastic throw by the ALA catcher. As time is called to brush off third base and home plate. So now the go-ahead run on second with 1 down for Our Lady of Sorrows. Thank you to Jeff Baker, the athletic director here at American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista. That runner will now go toward third as that foul ball goes back. I thought it was going to hit a car. These cars are really close, actually. I mean, the proximity is certainly very nearby. Oh, I did park nowhere near here. I parked all the way over in the parking, the administrative parking lot. We think the runner's going. They shouted out as if the runner was going, but nobody was covering second base. So Angel steps off the bag, or steps off the mound, I should say.
There's been a shooting on Busby that's got it closed off.
What are you saying, John?
There's a shooting on Busby that's got the road closed off.
So road closed off at Busby right now. As we're live, there was a shooting over there off of Busby. And the base runner, Henry, is safe at third base. So he is the go-ahead run in a tie game, 4-all in the top of the fifth. Henry represents that go-ahead run. So on a wild pitch or pass ball, with one out, there will definitely be a run coming across in this inning. But what will Angel have to say about it on the mound? What will his defense have to say about it in the field? Swing and a miss. Down on strikes, 2 down. Angel thought that was the third out. That is only 2. With 2 down, number 2, McCoffey comes to the plate. The go-ahead run on third for Our Lady of Sorrows out of Phoenix, Arizona. Making that drive down here. McCoffey watches ball 1. Go high. 1-0. Angel steps off. They're not holding the runner on third, so Henry has free rein. It's a ball. That pitch low and away. Slips out of the catcher's glove, catcher's mitt, but not too far away from home plate. I think Robin Murray, the home plate umpire, called 2 balls, no strikes. To number 2 with 2 down. Top of the 5th, tie game. That's going to be a called strike. Beautiful pitch by Angel. Two balls, 1 strike. Number 2's at the plate. Number 1 is on third. And a bunt goes up in the air. Caught out. Great reaction by Angel. And as the go-ahead run was 90 feet away, the defense kicks in and gets them out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th here on the award-winning Cool FM Sports on this Monday afternoon. In early March, the sun decides to peek back out. I'll try not to make a shadow on John. He needs all the warmth that he can get. John is part reptile and needs the sun. Thank you to the MORSE Automotive Group. Sierra Vista and all of Cochise County is backed by MORSE. Thank you to ASCU, American Southwest Credit Union at ascu.org. Locations in Sierra Vista, on Fort Huachuca, in Benson, in Douglas, in Sahuarita, all across southern Arizona. Member NCUA, Equal Opportunity Lender. Thank you to TWN Communications, delivering high-speed, affordable, reliable internet and digital phone service with no data caps ever. Thank you to Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, LLC, at prestigesierravista.com. They are the Turf Box sponsor of the Doggo Lotto. The 45th episode of the Doggo Lotto debuting in about 33 minutes at the top of the hour. The #1 shelter dog game show in the world. You can fetch your lucky numbers at coolfmonline.com/Doggo Lotto. Watch the show tonight at 6 o'clock. Over $450 in cash and prizes on the line for a lucky recipient if the numbers match. And if you've never seen Doggo Lotto, you got to check it out. The shelter dogs come out and they pick balls that have certain numbers on them. And if they pick the balls that have the numbers that you picked, you end up winning cash and prizes. Over $2,000 in cash and prizes have been given away so far on Doggo Lotto. Thank you to SSVEC, our live stream sports coverage powered by Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative all season long. And we are grateful for their sponsorship. Jeff Davenport on the call, John Berger behind the camera, Dan the Man in the broadcast studio bringing you all the cool graphics. It is the bottom of the 5th inning in a tie game. It's 4-all. As number 4 comes to the plate for ALA. I think that's Corbin. So he is the leadoff hitter for the team as he leads off the top of the 5th. As that fastball heat comes in from Henry on the mound, the relief pitcher for Our Lady of Sorrows out of Phoenix, Arizona. I'm going to have to fly the coop here in about 15 minutes, so I'm giving the heads up to John.
Mike Evans went to the 49ers.
I saw that, yeah, Mike Evans at the 49ers. A lot of free agency NFL moves happening today as Malik Willis goes to the Dolphins. Garner Minshew goes to my Cardinals. So they're obviously trying to tank this season, which makes me even more upset. At Monty Ossenfort, we're all armchair GMs in our own way, and I guess we'll see what happens with the draft a month from now, but not necessarily happy about that move. And that is a called strike 3. So Corbin goes down on strikes with that low heat. 1 down, bottom of the 5th. So Daniel comes up to the plate, the catcher. Had a great game behind the plate thus far on the defensive side. Done an outstanding job today for ALA in this history-making broadcast. The first ever baseball game from American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista. Their sports programs continue to expand as ALA has their soccer programs, has their basketball programs, of course their football program, their volleyball. It's awesome to see their school continue to grow out here on the south end of Sierra Vista. One out, nobody on. Called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that goes in the dirt. A 1-out walk. And he will head to second. And the throw coming in gets him. You know what? The slow start out of the batter's box. You know, I like the aggressiveness of the play. I like the aggressive call. You're an underdog. You're starting a brand new program. You got to try to take risks. Unfortunately, the risk came up just a little bit short. And speaking of short, the shortstop, Aiden, comes to the plate, who's not short at all. Probably the tallest player on their team. Him and Owen.
Rangy. Long limbs.
Swing and a miss. Boy, that thing would have gone a country mile had he connected. Because that fastball with that cut, goodness gracious. And that is what Henry has just been chucking. Heat after heat. Throw after throw. And I'm saying the word heat so John thinks warm thoughts. Because he's dancing like he's got ants in his pants. It's called strike 2.
Busby Drive is open now.
Okay, so Busby Drive has reopened after the shooting that happened in that neck of the woods. Stay tuned to Cool FM Live's Facebook page for all the details. I'm sure Todd is working on that story. That goes up high and in. Full count to Aiden. And a called strike 3 on that high fastball, and that will retire the side. It stays tied. We go to the top of the 6th here at American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista. Thank you to Duran Plumbing, the Sherry Ethel team, Eagle Plumbing, Vinny's Pizza, Sonic on East Fry Boulevard, SSVEC, Vista Pros Heating and Cooling, Seniors Helping Seniors, Desert RV, Stan Greer Millworks, the MORSE Automotive Group, ASCU, American Southwest Credit Union, TWN Communications, Prestige Remodeling and Restoration, the Doggo Lotto, all of our sports sponsors. You can see them in the post description. We're grateful for each and every one of them. That makes this broadcast possible here. Jeff Davenport behind the call, or not behind the camera. John Berger's behind the camera. Jeff Davenport on the call. Dan the man. Doggo Lotto Dan back in the studio. We are, let's see here, about 27 minutes away from the 45th episode of Doggo Lotto, the world's #1 shelter dog game show. If you're looking to adopt, not shop, make sure you stop by the Nancy J. Brewer Animal Care Center on Highway 90 in Sierra Vista. I will have to leave this broadcast here in about the next 10 minutes, but John will continue on bringing you all of the great coverage. Looking good here today. As for some reason, my phone has decided to start playing some music. I need to get that off. I don't know what was going on there. What the heck? I must have said something, and Siri must have thought I was talking to it. I didn't tell you to play any music, Siri. What's wrong with you?
Play Joy to the World.
Hey, breezy, cold song, breezy, cold weather here as a new pitcher on the mound for ALA. That is Aiden on the mound. As Angel will end up going to shortstop. So Aiden taking some warm-up pitches here, getting his arm loose. I believe there are pitch counts, you know, that the players can only have a certain number of pitches. So they're keeping an eye on Angel's pitch count again in a 4-all game. That 3-run fourth inning for ALA tied this game. And neither team scored any runs since then. And we're in the top of the 6th. Here off of Highway 92 and Buffalo Soldier Trail at American Leadership Academy in Sierra Vista. Glad to be bringing you this broadcast here today. It's exciting to make history, and we seem to do it all the time here on Cool FM Live. Glad you're joining us from wherever you're watching. Big Wheel coming to the plate for Our Lady of Sorrows out of Phoenix. Aiden, the relief pitcher. He decides he wants a different ball. So home plate umpire Robin Murray checks the bag. Finds a good one. As Aiden warms up his hands, you know, you get, it's the furthest extremity from the heart is your hands, so the blood doesn't, you know, get there as hard. But I mean, these are young kids. You got to make sure it is cold for sure. Wind chill. That first pitch, strike. That goes high, evens count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Here in the top of the 6th inning. 4-all. OLS had a chance to take the lead in the 5th. Did not happen. Called strike on the outside. 1 ball, 2 strike count. I should have figured that Aiden would be a good pitcher. You know, usually the shortstop in high school is a position where sometimes they are a pitcher. Wow, that was a pass ball. Catcher has to make a big throw down to first, and he does. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 6th. Gruber coming to the plate the 8 slot. Steps into the batter's box for Our Lady of Sorrows. 1 out, no on. That goes high and over his head, ducks out of the way. 1 ball, no strikes. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. After getting a strikeout to the first hitter, now behind in the count is Aiden for ALA. The windup. It's kind of an awkward windup, but the throws end up being really fast. You know, again, you get a lot of momentum from the tall players like that coming across and down. Beautiful pitch, yes, indeed. Is it 2 balls, 1 strike, or 3 balls, 1 strike? Couldn't tell by Robin's hands. And that is strike 2. Boy, when Aiden is on, he is on. Finding that zone. And that goes high, and that will be ball 4. So on the full count payoff pitch with 1 down, it's a 1-out walk. They call time as it brings up the bottom of the order, Johnston. Breeze continuing to blow here. It's that springtime weather that we expect to have here in Sierra Vista. A lot of wind, some chilly days left in the calendar before the switch flips. So 1 out, 1 on. So Aiden from the stretch. Boy, that's really fast. The throw back down to first base, not in time. A 1-0 count to Johnston at the plate. The go-ahead run stands on first base in a tie game here in the top of the 6th. They throw down to first again, and the ball will get past the first baseman. The runner will advance to second, look at third. He wasn't even looking at his head coach. Took his eyes off his head coach and almost missed the chance to possibly score the go-ahead run. Fundamentals. Always keep your eye on your third base coach when you're coming around. He sees the entire field. So, the go-ahead run for OLS, 90 feet away. Johnston at the bat. And Aiden throws a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 down, runner on third. The go-ahead run on third. They fake the throw back to third. And they need just to work on that timing. I mean, again, this is their very first game ever. And that timing will come between the third baseman and the pitcher to be able to sneak in behind the batter as he has that big lead off of third. And now they're going to try to hold the runner on. As that is a called strike. Gorgeous throw by Aiden. I think he said 2 balls, 2 strikes. The go-ahead run for OLS stands on third base. Swing and a miss. 2 down. But the top of the order comes up for OLS. Papandrea, the starting pitcher for Our Lady of Sorrows, at the plate with the go-ahead run on third. Aiden, the relief pitcher for ALA, on the mound. with 2 down. Oh, my goodness. Great job by the catcher to keep that from going as a wild pitch over his head. Automatically would have given the lead to OLS. That is a chopper that is going to go all the way into center field, over the center fielder's head. The go-ahead run will score. This could be another inside the park home run. The third base coach decides to wave him all the way home. It is the second inside the park home run for OLS. They lead by 2. It is 6-4. And still with 2 outs. But they take the lead here in the top of the 6th. As that pitch from Aiden goes all the way to the backstop. Wow, what a shot to almost the deepest part of this field without going out of this field. An inside the park 2-run homer, 6-4 OLS. And that is foul tipped. Almost hitting John's car. No, I'm kidding. That's all right. Thank you so much to all of our sports sponsors. Thank you to Dan the Man back in the studio, keeping this broadcast going. That's high. This will be the last batter I'll call, and then I'll hand the mic off to John as I have an obligation at 6 p.m. He'll finish up the game from here. But in the top of the 6th with 2 down, a 2-run homer ends up giving OLS that 2-run lead. The windup, the pitch, called, strike 3, and that retires the side. So the bases are empty, but that is because of a 2-run homer inside the park. Beautifully done by Our Lady of Sorrows. They lead 6-4 going into the bottom of the 6th. It has been an honor to call this first game ever of ALA. Unfortunately, I got to leave. I'm tossing the mic to John Berger, who's behind the camera. Thank you, Dan the Man, back in the studio. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned because all of the rest of this game in the hands of my friend John Berger. Thanks, John. Take care.
Thank you, Jeff. Man, the best broadcaster in probably all of Southern Arizona. That's the man, Jeff Davenport. Thank you very much. My name is John Berger on the call here. I'm going to do my best to land the plane as Jeff jumps out with his parachute. But 6-4 game, Our Lady of Sorrows with the lead. It's a beautiful evening out here, and I'm going to do a little bit of a spin around so that everybody can see what we're looking at in the outfield, those beautiful mountains. So ALA trying to tie this game up here down to bottom of the 6th. We all know Cochise County is the top county in Arizona for baseball. Smashing up the bat. number 8. The ALA bench getting pretty rowdy over there. They're excited, trying to pump up their batter. That'll be a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes. Sebastian, number 8 for ALA, up to bat. Trying to put a run on the board. That'll be the first out. Thank you to all of our sponsors here. We love them so much, so dearly. Check our post description below for all of the details on our fantastic sponsors. One ball. That'll be ball 2. Nobody on base. 1 out. All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. He really throws the heat. That'll be low. 3-2. 1 out. And that's a pass ball. He'll make it to first, and they will not be risking anything here. Stolen second. Great job by ALA. That's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Man on second. Ooh. 2-1. As you can see, the camera is shaking like crazy. I'm doing my best to hold it down here. I'm getting some messages from the boss back at home. Owen up to bat. That's a ball. That's a strike. 1-1. 2 strikes. Two and two. Strikes him out. And that's the end of the side there. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Score 6-4, Our Lady of Sorrows over ALA. Now it is a beautiful evening out here, but it is kind of cold if you know anything about Sierra Vista. Oh, actually, that is the end of the game. The end of the 6th right there. So the game ends at 6-4. Great job by both ALA and Our Lady of Sorrows, as you can see. Everybody shaking hands, great sportsmanship. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to Dan the Man back at home making this video look so good. Thank you to Todd Ryan and Cool FM. Thank you to all of our sponsors. My name is John Berger. Thank you to Jeff Davenport for flying the plane almost the entire way all by himself, and I'll just land the plane right here. Take care, all of Sierra Vista. God bless. Be safe. Have a great evening.